Hi guys, welcome back. It's Michelle from Michelle's Home and Garden in Illinois, Garden Zone 5. So glad you're joining me today. It is that time of year, Christmas decorating for the holidays outside. So I have my lights, I have some faux berries, some faux evergreen, some ornamental Christmas balls. Let's get going. We have all kinds of things in the back that we want to decorate. I want to do the urns. I've got the garden house window boxes. I have lights to put up. So come along with me as we work outside on this beautiful November day. Okay, so you can see I've started on the garden house window boxes on the side already. I've put some faux garland on them. I've not put the lights on them yet though. So we'll get going on that, and we were gonna do some more evergreens on the front. And just now, a lot of my evergreens, everything I have is faux this year. And I thrift all through the season. And then I also shop sales like before Christmas, after Christmas, and collect stuff throughout the year that I want to use to decorate with. And so some of this is repurposed from previous years, some of it's brand new. So it's just a mix, just to give us some holiday color outside as it's starting to go more into winter in Illinois. So let's get going. So as you can imagine, the thing that takes the longest is taking all of these branches each year and fluffing them back up. One thing that's nice about these window boxes though, with this wrought iron curls on it, it makes garland fix around it quite easily. So that's really helpful when you're decorating. Okay guys, it's time to start on the lights. I've got the decorations on and I've tested all of these lights and they do work. And I will have a timer. I did buy a timer and I plugged these in just to make sure. So let's start putting the lights on. Okay, and I do only have a plug-in outside over here in the corner on the outside of the garden house. So I don't have any plug-ins outside on the front. So I'm gonna run my lights around. All right, so they work. So let's continue on around. And I think I'll just let them drape down, will be the best. Okay guys, so I have these handy dandy little clips that I bought at the local big box store, and they come in a pack of 50 mini light adhesive clips. So they have a little sticky side to them, and they're just a little plastic clip for lights, and so they work really good. So what I did was I put the lights through here, ran it up, put one of those tabs up here to hook into, and then put some up here across the top and ran it across the top, went down over here on this side, and then we'll finish the lights over there because, like I mentioned, I do not have a plug-in up here in the front. So let's finish up the lights over here. guys, the urns. Now what I normally do with the urns, I have no power out here. So I could do like one of you suggested, the battery operated lights, which I may still do that, but I don't have any on hand to do that today. So I'm gonna go ahead and use what I have. And these urns I've linked below previously, and I picked these up at Lowe's. Well, they're the perfect circumference of a wreath. So what I've done in the past, and it works out really well, because you know, this is nice, this dwarf Alberta spruce, but it looks pretty empty in here. And like I mentioned when I planted these up, our garden centers don't have anything else right now to add to these. So this was pretty much it, and I had these on hand. So to fill this in and make it fuller, I take an artificial wreath, put it over the top of it, and then of course you have to, you know, spruce it up a little bit. Now I have in the past taken pieces of metal wire and created stakes and staked down into the dirt to hold this wreath into place. But with the little tree here this year, I mean, if the wind would blow it, it's not gonna blow it much. So I could put some stakes in here, but I think it'll be okay. And then I picked up these berries, and it's just a long garland of artificial berries. I'm gonna add those to this. Now this is an experiment. We'll have to see how this turns out. I do a lot of experiments. So we'll see how these, I mean, it looks really pretty. The concern I would have is how they hold up when it gets wet out. Like, will it make the colors bleed all over? So if it doesn't work, I'll have to take them off and use something else. We'll see. And they are forecasting rain here in a couple days, so I should know pretty quickly if these berries are going to hold up in the weather or not. On the gate to go into the back garden. I put a little bit of garland up at the top on the arch just to give it a little flair. And then as we walk into the garden, first let's take a look at the garden house. We've got the window boxes and the fence with some live evergreens, some boxwood, and then a lot of faux garland and berries and bows. So just to give it that festive look, I do really like those red ornament Christmas balls on the window boxes, the string of them. They pick up the sunlight during the day really pretty. And then as we spin around here, I did have to take the pedestal urn that I put in the middle of the fountain circle. I did take it apart. We did have a mishap. The wind did catch the urn when it was taller and toppled it over with the green giant arborvitae in it. So I've split them up now, and I just have a string of lights on the green giant and a Christmas bow, and then I have a little lantern filled with ornaments sitting next to it. And then over here with our pretty bench, I've thrown some garland on the bench, and we've got a cute little reindeer on the bench, and then both of the urns have the evergreen in them, the dwarf Alberta spruces. And then to fill that in, I've added an artificial evergreen wreath and some red berries and a bow just to give it a festive look.